Hare Krishna, Om Gyanati Mirandasya, Gana Gna Shalakaya, Chakshurmulita Minat Smaishi Guruven Maha, Shichtaimno Bisam Stapitmen Butale, Sarpakadam Ham Dati Swapadantikam, Vandeham Shiguru Shutpatakamulam, Shigurun Vestivamcha, Hirum Sagashna Sagna Ragunatan Vitam Sajivam, Svati Sudutun Parijana Schitam Krishnachani Devam, Shirata Krishna Padasagana Olita Shivishakan Vitamcha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Kupesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gorange Radha Vrindavaneshwari Vrishapanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Hare Krishna. I have to sing very quietly because it's a little bit late here. So you will be not able to hear the electrical piano. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paskatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakti Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Today is the Disappearance Day of Sri Abhirama Thakura, and I will try to read something about this Vaishnava. I hope you hear. I'm talking very quietly, so okay. So Sri Abhirama Thakura Disappearance Day. Sri Abhirama Thakura was known as Abhirama Gopala and also as Rama Dasa Abhirama Dasa, who was previously known as Sridama Agopa during Krishna Lila, is now renowned as Abhirama or Rama Dasa. He was the favorite of Nityananda Prabhu. One day, Krishna, Balarama, and their cowherd friends were playing a game of hide and seek. In the middle of their game, Krishna decided to go to Nadia to enjoy his pastime there, and so, taking with him Balarama and all their friends, he adventured himself in Navadvip. Somehow or other, he forgot Sridama, who remained in his hiding place in a cave. After a while, Krishna noticed that Sridam had been left behind and sent Balaram as Nityananda, who found Sridam and told him, "Come on, we've all gone to Nadia to play there." Sridama asked, "Who are you?" "I'm your Lord Balarama. I'm your Lord Balarama. Can't you recognize me?" "You can't be my Lord Balaram. You are too small." In Kali Yuga, the measurement of the body is 3,5 hands. 3.5 hands. Whereas in Dwapara Yuga, it is 7 hands. So the people in Dwapara Yuga were bigger, 2 times bigger than us, actually, higher than us, something like this. If you don't believe me, then take off running. If I can't catch you within 10 paces, then you'll know I'm not Balarama. All right, catch me if you can. Sridhama took off running, but Nityananda Prabhu immediately caught him. But now Sridhama told him, so he doesn't want to come because his friends has left him behind, so he doesn't want to come. So he answered that he does not want to come anyway. Further, it's written, Nityananda Prabhu kept coaxing him, but Sridhama was adamant. He didn't want to come. Finally, he manifests an expansion of himself, Rama Dasa, who agreed to go. But Sridham still wanted to remain behind as his feelings were greatly hurt. So Sridhama does not want to come. Anyway, Ramadasa was also dissatisfied and very prone to anger. When Nityananda Prabhu's first child was born, Abhirama Thakura came to offer his obeisances to the child, who died on the spot. This way, 7 of Nityananda's children had to depart from this world just after taking birth. Finally, a daughter, Ganga Devi, was born to Nityananda Prabhu and Vasudha Devi. When, after offering his obeisances to the child, Abhirama Thakur saw that the baby, was unaffected, he exclaimed, "This time we haven't been deceived." Then he immediately composed 100 verses in praise of Ganga Devi. When Ramachandra Prabhu took his birth, Abhirama again came to offer his obeisances. When he saw that Ramachandra was unaffected, he composed Shri Birbhadrastakam. If Abhirama Thakur would offer his obeisances to any stone other than a shalagram shila, that stone would crack. One time, Abhirama Thakur came to Sri Kanda, wanted to meet Raghuna, Raghunandana Thakura. Raghunandana Thakura. Mukundas was aware of his reputation and thus told the Thakura that Raghunandana wasn't there. Raghunandana wasn't there. Feeling disappointed, Abhirama departed. When Raghunandana heard that Abhirama Thakura had come to meet him, he ran to catch up with the Thakura. Finally, he met him at Bordanga, where they danced together in ecstasy. When Raghunandana was dancing, his Nupur ankle bracelet came off and fell down at Akaihat, where Kalya Krishna Dasa used to do his bhajan. This Nupur is still being worshipped along with Kalya Krishna Thakura's deity at Karvi, not far from Katva. Gopala Guru Goswami was also similarly tested by Abhirama Thakura when he was only a small boy living with Mahaprabhu in Puri. By the mercy of Mahaprabhu, who invested his potency in Gopala Guru, the boy emerged uncut, unscattered. Abhirama Thakur's Shripad is at Kanakul, Krishnanagar. Kanakul Krishnanagar can be reached by bus from Tarakeshwar, which is connected by train from Bangdel station. It can also be reached by bus from Attapur, the Shripad of Patameshwari Dasa Thakura. His wife was Sri Malini Devi. His worshipable deities Gopinathji, who, after first appearing, Gopinathji, Sri Gopinathji. First, this deity appeared to him in a dream, manifested himself at Kanakul, Krishnanagar. The legend is that he appeared in a dream to Abhirama Thakura and said, I am within the earth here. Please take me out and worship me. Abhirama Dasa excavated in that place and found within the womb of the earth the all-enchanting form of Sri Gopinathji. That place where the deity was found became known as Ram Kund. In the place where Sri Gopinathji advented himself, a lake was formed, and the water contained therein was sweet as nectar. Whoever bathed in it or drank that water became beside himself with ecstasy. Thereafter, this land has become famous as Ramkund. Having heard of these divine pastimes of Sri Gopinathji, an incessant flow of people descended at that place like if there were the waters of the Ganges river. So this is written here. This is some citation from some book, Bhakti Ratnakar Taranga 4. One day, while in a state of rapture in remembrance of Sri Krishna, Abhirama Thakura, in a mood of cowherd boy, desired to play the flute. In the madness of ecstatic love, he began to search in all directions for one. Then he saw before him a large trunk of a tree, which not even 16 men could lift. Out of this he fashioned a flute and began to play. Ramadasa, one of the chief branches, was full of fraternal love of Godhead. He made a flute from a stick with 16 notes. This is from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila, 11:16. Shri Rama Thakura had a celebrated whip, whose name was Jaya Mangala. Whoever was touched with that whip had the symptoms of love of Krishna awakened within their personality. One day, Srinivasacharya came to meet Abhirama Thakura after touching him 3 times with his whip. His wife Malini Devi exclaimed, Thakura, don't beat him anymore. Restrain yourself. He's just a boy. He'll become all excited by the touch of your whip. Meanwhile, Srinivas had become completely drowned in Krishna Prema. When Sri Gorasundara ordered Nityananda Prabhu to preach in Gaudadesh, Bengal, he sent with him Sri Ramadasa, the Gadardasa, Sri Gadardasa, and others. So when Sri Gaurasundara ordered Nityananda Prabhu to preach in Gaudadesha, Bengal, he sent with him Sri Rama Dasa, Sri Gadadhar Dasa, and others. The atheists then trembled in fear at the sight of Abhirama Thakura. He was a learned scholar of the scriptures. According to the desire of Nityananda Prabhu, he married. His disappearance is on the seventh day of the dark fortnight of the month of Chaitra. The descendants of the disciples of Rama Thakura are still living within the district of Hooghly and Bankura of Krishnanagar, Anta, Vishnupur, and Kotalpur. So, Jai Rama Thakura, Disappearance Day. Uh, Now I will continue to read from the Srimad Bhagavatam and Sri Charitamrita. So the next verse that um, I will read is Srimad Bhagavatam 9, 10, 13. This is from the um, story about Lord Rama in Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 9, Book 9, Chapter 10, verse 13. No, verse, many verses, but chapter in Book 9, Chapter 10, and maybe also 11. I will try to sing this verse. So there is the translation of His Divine Grace Abhayacharna Ravrinda Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada in English. So this is Srimad Bhagavatam 9, 10, 13. Yadrasa vibrama vivrita katakshapata samvranta dakra makarubaya girnagosha sindhu shirasi arhana paridiyarupe Padaravindamupada Myabhadeya Shaitan. Translation. After reaching the beach, Lord Ramachandra fasted for 3 days, awaiting the arrival of the ocean personified. When the ocean did not come, the Lord exhibited his pastimes of anger, and simply by his glancing over the ocean, all the living entities within it, including the crocodiles and sharks, were agitated by fear. Then the personified ocean fearfully approached Lord Ramachandra, taking all paraphernalia to worship him, falling at the Lord Lotus feet. The personified ocean spoke as follows. The next verse, Srimad Bhagavatam 9, 10, 14. Natvam vayam jadadiyo no vidama bhuma kotastamari purusha jagatamari Yatsatvat Suraganarajasa Pradesh Manya Sarutapadaya Sabhagava Guneshaha. Translation. There is translation and purport from His Divine Grace, Abhirama Vrinda Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. The all-pervading Supreme Person. We are dull-minded and did not understand who are you, but now we understand that you are the Supreme Person, the Master of the entire universe, the unchanging and original personality of Godhead. The demigods are infatuated with the mode of goodness, the Prajapatis with the mode of passion, and the Lord of ghosts within the mode of ignorance. But you are the master of all these, so all these qualities. Purport of Srila Prabhupada. The word Jada Dyaha refers to intelligence like that of an animal. A person with such intelligence cannot understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead without being beaten. An animal cannot understand the purpose of man, the poor animal. Okay. Similarly, those who are dull-minded cannot understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but when punished severely by the modes of material nature, they begin to understand the Lord. The Hari Bhaja Sukha Se Bhaje Koi Sukha Se Agar Hari Bhaje Dukha Kata Se Haya. When one is distressed, he goes to the church or temple to worship the Lord. But when opulent, he forgets the Lord. Therefore, punishment by the Lord through material nature is necessary in human society, for without it, men forget the supremacy of the Lord due to their dull, blunt intelligence. So this was Srimad Bhagavatam 9, 10, 14. Now I will continue with the Chaitanya Charitamrita. I must see where I was the last time. I think it was something like Adi Lila 3, 112, something like this. Let me see. So this is Chaitanya Charitamrita from Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Um, um, and the translation in English, edition 1975 of His Divine Grace by Charnaravrinda, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. So Adi Lila 3, 112, maybe I must see where I was actually. Yes, okay. So I think I have read this. So the next one, Adi Lila 3, 113. चतुर्थ श्लोक Gerarda Haila Sunishchita Avatina Haila Gora Prema Prakashite. Translation. Thus, I have surely determined the meaning of the fourth verse. Lord Gaurachandra, Lord Chaitanya, appeared as an incarnation to preach unalloyed love of God. The next one, Adi Lila 3:114. Shri Rupa Raghunatha Pade Yarasha Chaitanya Charitamrita Kahe Krishna Dasa. Translation. Praying at the lotus feet of Sri Rupa and Sri Raghunatha, always desiring their mercy, I, Krishna Dasa, narrate Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, following in their footsteps. So, next is Adi Lila 4 already. Adi Lila 4:1. Shri Chaitanya Prasadena Tatrupasya Vininaya Palopi Kurute Shastra Dristva Vraja Vilasina. Translation and purport from His Divine Grace by Charnaravrinda Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. By the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even a foolish child can fully describe the real nature of Lord Krishna, the enjoyer of the pastimes of Vraja, according to the vision of the revealed scriptures. Purport. One can ascertain the meaning of this Sanskrit shloka only when one is endowed with the causeless mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Lord Shri Krishna, being the absolute personality of Godhead, cannot be exposed to the mundane instruments of vision. He reserves the right not to be exposed by the intellectual feats of non-devotees, notwithstanding this truth. Even a small child can easily understand Lord Krishna and his transcendental pastimes in the land of Vrindavana by the grace of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we see how the grace of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu plays really a great role for those people who are interested in bhakti, in Krishna, the consciousness, in serving the um, in learning how to serve in the how to serve the divine couple Srimati Radhika and Shri Krishna. And we know that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and of course also Lord Nityananda, they have so much mercy. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as you all know, he have spoken the Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita, the Shri Shastaka in the 16th century. And this is a great mercy for us because in every verse of Shri Shastaka is expressed the love of a pure devotee to Krishna. Actually, the topmost pure devotee is Srimati Radhika. After that are the other gopis of Vrindavan, and also after that are many other types of devotees, but the topmost pure devotee is Srimati Radhika, and this is stated in verse 10 of Sri Upadeshamrita of Srila Rupa Goswami. So in this way, actually Sri Shastaka expresses also the love of Srimati Radhika to Shri Krishna, the love of a pure devotee to Krishna. Uh, it expresses at the same time also the love of every other pure devotee to Lord Krishna, but also at the same time the highest love in all the worlds, the love of Srimati Radhika to Shri Krishna, Madanakya Mahabhava, or Unnata Ujvala Rasa. So, what a great mercy from the Lord, actually, to show the feelings, the love of the pure devotees, to instruct us how the pure devotees love Krishna, how the topmost pure devotee Srimati Radhika loves Krishna. For example, verse 6, what he said there. Nanam Gulata Shudaraya, Vanam Gudgadaruda Gira, Pulakarinchitava Pukada, Tavanama Garhane Bhavishati. Nanam Gulata Shudaraya. No, well, maybe better to say the last verse or. Well, let us see the sixth verse. Nanam Gulata Shudaraya, Vanam Gudgadaruda Gira, Pulakarinchitava Pukada, Tavanama Garhane Bhavishati. Nanам Глата Шударая, нам Катутарда Агира, плакничетам Апкада, Таванама Гархне Бавишати. Nanam Глата Шударая, Vadnam Катутарда Агира, плакничетам Апкада, Таванама Гархне Бавишати. Nanam Глата Шударая, Vadnam Катутарда Агира, плакничетам Апкада, Таванама Гархне Бавишати. O Lord, when it will be that when I chant your holy names, tears will flow from my eyes. My all the hairs of my body will stand on end in ecstasy, and my voice will choke also out of ecstasy. O Lord, when it will be like this, when I chant your holy names. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura in his Srishan Modana Bhasyam explains that this verse expresses the external symptoms of perfection. That means the external symptoms of love, external symptoms of unconditional love to the Lord, actually. So, now I will come to an end. It's a little bit late. Namaste Narasihaya Pralada Lada Daine Hiranyakashipu Shiladantana Kali Namaste Narasihaya Pralada Lada Daine Hiranyakashipu Shilatanganakalito Nrishimho Parato Nrishimho Yato Yato Yamitata Nrishimho Bahi Nrishimho Hridaya Nrishimho Nrishimho Madhu Charanya Prabhane Iton Rishivo Paraton Rishivo Yato Yato Yamitaton Rishimha Bahin Rishivo Hridaya Rishivo Rishimha Madhu Charanya Prabhade Yaton Rishiho Paraton Rishiho Yato Yato Yamitaton Rishimho Ridayen Rishiho Rishimha Madem Sharanyo Prabhadya Tavakara Kamalavare Nakama Buddha Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringa Keshavadrita Hariru Jagadisha Jaya Jagadisha Jagadisha Jaya Jagadisha Jaya Jagadisha Shini Shimha Janrishim Jaya Janrishim Hade Rakladesha Jaya Bhakta Mukha Padma Vriya Shini Shimha Janrishim Jaya Janrishim Hade Rakladesha Jaya Bhakta Mukha Padma Vriya Shini Shimha Janrishim Jaya Janrishim Hade Rakladesha Jaya Bhakta Mukha Padma Vriya Shini Shimha Janrishim Jaya Janrishim Hada Rahladesha Jaya Bhakta Mukha Padma Vriya Jaya Nrishim Hada Jaya Nrishim Hada Jaya Nrishim Hada Jaya Nrishim Hada Jaya Prahlad Nishimha Prahlad Nishimha Prahlad Nishimha Jaya Prahlad Nishimha Lakshmi Nrishimha Lakshmi Nrishimha Lakshmi Nrishimha Jaya Lakshmi Nrishimha Lakshmi Nrishimha Lakshmi Nrishimha Lakshmi Nrishimha Jaya Lakshmi Nrishimha Jagannath Jaya Jagannath Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Jaya Jagannath Jaya Jagannath Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Sri Sri Gaurita Gauranita 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 Jaya Sri Sri Gaurita Radha Gopinatha Radha Madhava Radha Gokulananda Shri Radha Radha Gopinatha Radha Madhava Radha Gokulananda Shri Radha Gurudev Jai Gurudev Jai Gurudev Jai Gurudev Jai Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada Jai Srila Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada Jai Srila Prabhupada. Thanks so much for your attention. As you all know, if I try to say something on Vedic literature, I'm not trying to instruct anybody. I'm not qualified on such topics like Vedic literature. I'm just only trying to understand this, but of course, one has to try to understand the Vedic literature under the guidance of teachers, under the guidance of Diksha Guru and Shiksha Gurus. All of you who are Vaishnavas in Raganuga Bhakti, who are Vaishnavas in Rupanuga Bhakti, you are all my gurus. I pay obeisances to you. Dandavat Pranam Vanchakalpatarupascha Kripasnubhavacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your attention.